Hello, welcome. This is, I'm just trying to push the video away from me because I know I have it too close really. Just move that out of the way, I don't know. You can't see too much mess luckily. Oh, there's a bit of mess to the side there. I'm trying to hide. Oh dear. Well anyway, if you, I always forget to say it, but if you know your astrology chart, you might be able to relate to a few of the different messages. It was Beltane yesterday, so it's still Beltane energy today, and you can probably feel it. It's very, I don't know, it's just like a very lovely energy, Beltane. It's pretty much my favourite one. And I'm going to be switching my tarot decks because I always switch them on the pagan festivals. I don't really identify as a pagan because actually my spiritual path is from Eastern philosophy, but one of my past lives I was pagan, so that's why obviously I do have that aspect. So I look probably, I don't know if I look more pagan, but probably do more pagan than I do Eastern. Anyway, I'm talking complete rubbish here. Sexual Magic Tarot, right? Large version and the mini version. That is a little bit racy, so, you know, some of you who've watched me before know that I use it at this time of year. Some of the cards are a bit racy, a bit erotic, but it's that time of year. You know, that's why they had the maypole at this time of year, you can imagine. It's where all the nature spirits come out to play. And the animals are fornicating, multiplying. So it's just the energy. So that's why I like using this at this time of year. Nice energy for everyone. So and if you're not fornicating, then you can play with the fairies because it's a fairy time of year. Okay, that's when all the fairies come out to play at this time of year. So if you're feeling a bit cheeky and a bit naughty, that's the reason why. Okay, so we're using that Oracle of the Fairies for your message from your spirit guide. We're using this lovely, one of my favourite decks for our relationship message. We're using the not the blunt truth, the hidden oracle for the, see what they're thinking. We're going to use my deck for obviously the wise advice from Guru. Okay. So let's go into it. And if you want to book in for a reading, you're very welcome. Just contact me. I do put all the information underneath the videos. I'm a bit better at that than I used to be. Right, what am I doing today? I've got eucalyptus oil, okay. And I just felt drawn to this today. So I'll probably use this for the next couple of days. But it's very clearing, isn't it? So clarity comes with eucalyptus, and I'm drinking rose petal tea this morning with a little bit of lemon. So I've got that in my gothic, my gothic cemetery mug. Right, so that's everything really. So we will just start going into this. Yeah, let's just see. We're going to Taurus first of all. Let me just get my little list out. I don't really need it, but it's just sometimes when I'm going through all the star signs, I just can, accidentally think I'm going to forget one of you, which I don't want to do. Oh dear. So, yeah, let's just connect with spirit, and I've got a candle lit there. Gilbert's laying next to me. Oh dear. Right, so Taurus. If you've got Taurus anywhere in your chart, you may resonate. And it's for Wednesday, Thursday. Openness. Be open to accept divine guidance in your relationships. And that can be extremely challenging and extremely hard because we've got so much karma and pain body around relationships, particularly intimate relationships. And it can be really hard to surrender to what spirit really wants for us at the moment, and I've battled with that myself, but it really feels like Taurus, you're just really starting to get into the flow of your life now. and you're really just starting to flow with it and accept and be like, this is the way my relationships are right now, and I'm actually okay with that, because the relationship I need to get right is the relationship with myself, and then everything comes from that. So let's go a bit deeper for you. See what naughty card we get for Taurus. Ooh, very nice. Very nice energy. You've got King of Wands. You know, this is a more mature approach to your life. Boom. You know, it is a more mature approach to your life, King of Wands. You've taken risks, you've done crazy stuff, but now it comes, you've still got fire, you know, but it's coming from a deeper place. Like, you know who you are. You know you have a lot to offer, and you can just be honest in your vibration and what you're doing, and you've got a great sense of balance at the moment. You're balancing things nicely. Like, if you were addictive before, that's kind of the addictive parts of things have disappeared, and everything's getting more balanced. You're also noticing that you do have a better connection with Source. Your person's got 6 of Pentacles, so that is obviously balance as well. How amazing. And that's kind of what happens, you know, that's what happens, isn't it? Our energy reflects out into our reality. And it's easier to see this with hindsight, isn't it? You look back and you think, shit, yeah, when my life was crazy, I was crazy. You know, but you're getting more balance, and so you're now going to be receiving more. This person is more balanced, okay? Whoever this person is. Somebody doesn't react when your name is mentioned. So they are definitely trying to, you know, it's like an energy of like balanced people that you're attracting, and people that are more better able to contain, you know, themselves, rather than people who are just very triggered and crazy. There's a more contained feeling here. There's also healing. And it could be a relationship is healing, or all of your relationships are starting to heal. Let's have a message from Guru. Ooh. The Matrix is distracting you. You know, that's basically what it's trying to do. It's been trying to pull you off. And, you know, the more centered you can stay right now, the better for you, because you're really centering here. I can see this in the cards. And then, you know, periodically you will find yourself distracted by stuff going on out there. That's what happens. And we rise as ego, and we go back out there and do certain things that we're doing. But you've got more awareness here. I do feel, Taurus, a deeper sense of contentment within you. Okay, your spirit guides, what are they supporting Taurus with? Ooh, a magical gateway. Yeah. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yes, this is where the greatest rewards are. It is time to step boldly forward without looking back. That's it. You are stepping boldly forward with that King of Wands energy. You basically, your spirit guides are supporting you to walk through this magical gateway. We're between 2 sort of eclipses at the moment, aren't we? We had the solar eclipse, and we're coming up to a lunar eclipse. So it is a magical gateway anyway. And it's a magical gateway that brings balance, because it's going to be a full moon in Libra. So this is a very good time for Taurus. This could be quite magical for you the next few days. Basically, was it Carl Jung said, wherever your fear is, that is your next task. And that's basically what you're doing. You're rising. It's brilliant. Okay, let's go into Virgo. Virgo for Wednesday, Thursday. Remarkable. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships. And that's a revelation. Somebody could be perceiving you as remarkable at this time. You're also starting to get this deeper connection into yourself, into your source. And so it's like, wow, you know, because when you start to get that deeper connection into your source, it's such an amazing feeling. You just naturally, other relationships start to even become more remarkable. Okay, so 5 of Wands, and you've got the Emperor. So 5 of Wands, I mean, these, it's like there's been different things going on. Issues that needed to be addressed. For some of you, there could have been some competition, some competing, someone vying for your attention. You know, it's also the struggle of life. You've been dealing with your demons, you know, and you may have felt a bit pressured as well. You may have been pressuring yourself, okay, with this card. It's this naughty couple there in the background. You know, it's like, look, certain things had to be addressed, certain things had to go a certain way. But, you know, you're getting on top of things now with the Emperor. You're back in your power here the next few days. You've done what needed to be done, and you did it in the right way. That's confirmation. You're in your power now. Like I said, I do feel you were in your source. And from that space, things are starting to fall into alignment for you. Okay, the Moon. This is a bit of a cheeky picture. Somebody is still quite secretive here with the Moon. This person gets quite triggered by you and other things. This person needs to take some time out to just let their triggers subside. Okay. I would say there's a strong spiritual connection between you and this person. Okay, I wish I could share my good news with you. Yeah, they're definitely secretive or distant or something like this. But there is an underlying spiritual link between you. So even when they're triggered or they're secretive, whatever it is, there's a feeling of, I want to be close to Virgo. You know, it's that sense that I'm getting here. And especially now you're in your power, that is only going to get stronger. So the wise advice from Guru here, desire is temporary. You know, so it's important not to get, this is what the wise advice is, you know, it's important not to get pulled at the moment into areas or desires that are not really yours. You know, like sometimes we're kind of exploring different ideas and it's just the ego, and actually it's like at the moment, Virgo, you're not doing that anymore. You are really standing by your truth here. And I tell you what, you do have to face a lot of demons to stand in your truth, and I've done it a couple of times now, and it really does shake you up. But I feel, Virgo, you are standing in your truth and you don't care about your demons that might come up as a result, because you know what your truth is and you're not gonna kind of get pulled off that. You're tapping into abundance, so that is confirmation that you are definitely going deeper into your source, because all the true abundance comes from source, right? You're doing some deeply spiritual work here. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairylands and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. the only time we get blocked is when we come out of our source, you know, and you're not doing that at the moment. You're definitely in your source with this Emperor. You've overcome whatever obstacles were, you know, and you understand exactly what's going on now. I feel you and this person being guided together or getting through difficulties, and it is quite remarkable how it's happening. So that's it, really. I don't know what else to say. It's very interesting for Virgo at the moment. Right, so we'll go into Capricorn now. For once, I'm actually running to schedule. Doesn't often happen. Right, tested. Okay, interesting. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. Well, yeah, probably. I mean, that's kind of what we're here for, because when we get tested by things, we purge. And that's helping us get rid of all this karma, so we can finally get that inner connection to source, our source inside. So you have been tested, but I feel you kind of actually figured it out. I feel like you figured it out. And you now understand and have a lot more clarity, I reckon, about this. This is a very good time for you in terms of a brand new beginning, okay? It is a brand new beginning. It's like a fresh slate. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, okay? You know, this is a very, things are looking good for Capricorn right now. There's a chance here for you to just really, just for everything to start evolving in the right direction. You know, you've had to find something for yourself, you know, and then once you found that thing, the key that you needed, now you can step forward. Okay, now you kind of understand. It's like something's clicked in your head and you understand something on a deeper level. So now you are actually moving how Spirit wanted you to move. Now you might feel quite tired, okay? You might feel like it has been quite an oppressive time. And, you know, there's certain things you've had to drop. It's a very naughty card, that one, sorry. You know, there's certain things you had to stop doing, but you have figured it out. And I think now you're just a bit tired, okay? And you know, you're tired of certain things that you were doing and you realise, yeah, I don't need to do those things now. So it's quite good, really. Oh, this is very cheeky. Knight of Swords. Your person, they are very much, how can I put this? They're going through a period of decision making. And this decision could well go in your favour, okay? This is very good news because they're thinking more clearly, okay? So we'll just have a look at what this person's thinking. I know I crossed the line with you. Okay, so, yeah, they're seeing things more clearly. I think somebody got confused or in their ego too much. And now this person likes to be in control. And now they're seeing things more clearly. It's like, boom, I misjudged a situation, that, you know. And they're now maybe making a decision which could end up going in your favour. Your spirit guides, no, just the message from Guru, sorry. the wise message from Guru, you are not alone, you are one. You're more powerful when you are one. in your source, you know. Until you get to that place, it is best not to do too much, but I know that's hard. But once you are in your source, you'll know it, and that is when you are one. You realise that being alone actually makes you much more powerful. You're tired at the moment, but you've definitely made a breakthrough to get that Ace of Pentacles. So you're on to good times here. Somebody is, I think, reviewing things. They're reviewing things. You've got moon energies. So your spirit guides are going to be helping you on this full moon, which is on Friday, I believe. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you are feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm the emotions, reassure you that peace of mind is possible. So, I feel almost that's for the other person, but it's probably you as well. That no, they are helping you because they're helping you to come back into your source. You have been very busy here working on something, but I can say to you, it should get easier now. It should get easier. That's what I'm seeing here for you, because you've kind of figured things out. Okay. So let's go into, I see you coming back closer together with someone. Let's go into Aquarius. Oh dear, it does make me laugh. Like, I'm on track and then I'm not on track. Right. Aquarius, let's see what we get for you. Tested. Oh, okay, this card just come out. Let's see the next one card, please. Feelings. Take time out to explore the deep emotions that you are experiencing. Right, so you, first of all, you're being tested, otherwise that card wouldn't come out. So, you know, there it is. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested at the moment, so you may have felt quite tested. Take time out to explore the deep emotions that you are experiencing. Okay. You don't necessarily have to explore your emotions, but you just have to kind of let them purge out. You know. You're weighing things up. You can see there's some obstacles and you're weighing things up. Once you get back to your true source, okay, you won't have so many of these intense feelings coming up. These feelings are only coming up intensely because it needs to be purged out. And once you get back to your true nature source, you know, you'll just be clear. You won't get so much intensity. So that's why you're being tested. I think they're making you purge on purpose. 7 of Pentacles, you know, you may have been thinking about, is it worth it? Is something really worth it? Is this the right way to go? You know, sometimes feeling a bit fed up and not sure, you know, at the same time trying to nurture and protect yourself. So there's been a lot of things running through you here. But the main thing is, yeah, you know, should I continue with this or not, or something like that. And you've got the Strength card, which basically means the reason you're being tested, the reason why you've been in a situation and you've been looking at it thinking, I don't know whether to proceed, is because Spirit's been wanting you to just sort of become more in your mastery, really. So, because the Strength card is all about mastery, you know, because she can battle a lion or a buffalo or whatever this is. And, you know, she can do that because even though she's weaker than the animal, because she's in her mastery. So the Strength card's about mastery, and that's where you are basically, you know, Spirit is wanting you to move into your mastery. So Spirit is bringing you situations that are very testing, that trigger a lot of emotions up, because they want you to purge and they want you to release all this old karmic stuff so you can finally move into your mastery. and that's why it's all happening, you know. You're connecting into somebody with the Star card, which is amazing. And the Star card is really somebody who is doing very well in the physical reality, but they also have a very deep connection to spirit at the same time. So, look, I mean, I know certain things have not been working out or have been testing, but what they're saying is this is going to be worth it, because you may not proceed with that other situation, but a new situation or some situation is going to get on track, you know, through everything that you've been put through. I think you've got to be patient at this time, and I know you want you might want to slap me for saying that, but I think you have to be a bit patient at this time, because Spirit is definitely, Spirit is doing something here with your life and with you. Somebody's saying that they're starting to understand your connection. Okay. Let's have a look at the wise message from Guru. Your past is just a story, yeah. A wise man does not touch the past, because it's old energy, isn't it? You know, it's not going to serve you. You can't connect with the past and connect into source at the same time. And the most important place for us to be is connected into our source. So anyway, that's just confirmation for you, basically. Your spirit guides are helping you with light. The Fairy Queen of Light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation to remind you that the light can penetrate the darkness. You know, there's something definitely here. There's definitely a very spiritual energy here for Aquarius at the moment. And although you've been wondering whether something is worth it and whether to proceed, or you've been a bit fed up, just know that the more slowly and gentle you are, miracles are going to start to happen for you. Okay. Right, let's go into Libra. Oh no, Gemini. Sorry. Oh dear. Just have a bit of my rose petal tea there. And a bit of eucalyptus. Right, so Gemini. Yin-yang. Like the yin-yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves. Okay. So this could be a twin flame thing, or it could just be somebody that you are connected with who, you know, maybe tends to trigger you at times. And it's like, it's just spirit showing you something in yourself that still needs purging or healing. Okay, there's some sort of because this card's being shown now, there could be a female here that's gone through a separation, or there's a separation between you and another female, but it doesn't have to be a female, does it? It could be a feminine energy. It could be, doesn't any gender, but a feminine, someone who's more feminine, but they are cold or distant or very boundary, something like that. Now you've got Empress energy. You're sort of really ready for a new beginning here with Empress, and you're also moving into a more accepting part of your life, which is very nice, because Empress does represent acceptance of what is being birthed into this reality. you know, and that's a very nice place to be. It's higher up the scale of consciousness, acceptance. It's kind of, you're moving up higher, up the vibrational levels here. You've got here a rather naughty card, 8 of Swords. Do you know, I think you may have felt stuck with something for a while, and you're going to notice that you're not so stuck anymore because the 8 of Swords came out in reversed. Okay, because the 8 of Swords represents feeling stuck, usually because you feel conflicted about something, but I feel something resolving finally here. So this is definitely a new beginning for Gemini. Definitely. It's like you're being liberated or something. Okay. Or you could be seeing things more clearly. Okay. Now, your person, 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Somebody may want to reunite with you. Okay. There may be a reunion on the cards here. It's also possibly a soulmate energy here. There may be somebody that struggles to find themselves, their true self. There's somebody that regrets lying to you, or maybe how they treated you, something like that. Okay. The wise message from Guru: don't let their ego attach to you. Right, so you are being advised, and it could be to do with this person, this feminine energy here. You know, not to let people's ego attach to you, basically, because the ego always wants more, more, more. So, you know, that's kind of their advice. Let's see what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Divination. That's very magical. Embrace your powers of divination. Divination. Sorry, I'm not very good at reading that word. Divination. They are very, very strong right now, okay? You have strong magical powers at the moment. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. Yeah, I mean, the Empress births things directly from spirit, okay? She's the mother of the tarot. She knows what she's doing. You know what you're doing at the moment. You've kind of figured something out. You're being liberated, or you're being given a clearer vision. Your spirit guides are helping you to see things clearly and to know what to do about them. You know, whether it's how you're working with spirit or how you're working with spirit with something in your life. And it looks like somebody, like I said, either wants to connect with you, or this person basically still needs to find themselves, okay? But they do, somebody definitely regrets how they've treated you. So that is the message for Gemini. Quite interesting. Right, let's go into Libra. Libra for Wednesday, Thursday. Soul. Your soul is preparing to reconnect. Trust in the process. Wow. This is a big breakthrough for you at the moment because you're going more deeply into your source. Okay. So it's a big time. It's a big time for you. You know, we're between 2 eclipses. We've had the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse in Aries, and we're going into a lunar eclipse in Libra. So they always say between 2 eclipses is a powerful transformative time. you're going deeper into your source. So that's connection to yourself, basically. You're not getting so distracted by your mind anymore, the ego. You know who you are. You've got a deeper sense of who you are. And it's a process. Yes, it is taking a lot of trust, because you may find yourself realising certain things you were doing you didn't want to do anymore, but then it's kind of nerve-wracking because you don't know what the new situation is going to be like. Or maybe you're doing something but you're doing it in a different way. Okay, now this is a bit of a naughty card. I mean, they're all naughty, but this one's particularly bad. Now, Four of Wands, you are committing to yourself first and foremost. You're committing to your path and how you're living your life right now, and it is doing wonders for you. And you will be celebrating this week, okay? You'll be celebrating a milestone that you've reached. So there's also something about a happy home, or a happy home within yourself. You've also got Ten of Pentacles, abundance energy, because when you tap into source, your source, that is the true abundance. You're basically really mixing with the right energies, you know, soul family. There could be some family matters you're attending to, and also you could be listening a lot to your spirit guides at the moment. You know, and you may receive some money from family or some kind of legacy or something like that. Person connected to you's got Six of Swords. They're moving forward. They're moving forward after a difficult time, and they're actually now starting to move forward more easily. Okay, it's normally the picture of the people in the boat moving forward more smoothly than they might imagine. Okay, I think this person's gone through a confused time where they thought they needed to let go of you, and now they're not so sure, right? Because that card just span around. We need to let go of each other, and then it just pure span into reverse. Someone could be coming back for you, you know, or they could be reassessing things massively. They could be in a bit of a spin. Your spirit guides, no, this is not your spirit guides, sorry, this is my deck. It's the wise message from Guru, okay? Surrender, because everything is predestined. But, you know, some people don't like that idea that everything's predestined because they want to think they've got their own free will. You do have your own free will to a certain degree, but that's more from the ego mind when we just keep dabbling in lots of different things. If we try to kind of stay as still as we can, spirit will move us when spirit needs to move us, and it will be like a deep urge within you to do something, and then you know it's aligned and it's something you need to do, because you won't be able to prevent yourself from doing it, you know. And it is sometimes difficult to figure it out, but the point is, if you just surrender, knowing that spirit is in control and spirit is guiding you towards what's really meant for you, the good news is that it takes you deeper into source, because you give up fighting everything. This is a process I've been going through for nearly 4 years. You do. Eventually, you sort of do give up fighting everything, and it burns off so much ego in the process. So really what's going on here is you're getting closer to source. Both those cards are confirming that for me. You're getting closer to your source, and you're going to be celebrating this week because you're moving into a much more abundant energy. And you're also around the right energies. So it is worth surrendering, even though it's hard, because it brings you into alignment with your source. Okay. Friendship. Your spirit guides are supporting you with friendship. So there's definitely something here to do with soul family and the right connections. You know, fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out all those who will support you and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. You don't need to go like mad contacting everyone, but what spirit is saying is they're supporting you by really just making you stick with your soul family, whoever those people are. And you'll kind of sense more and more now who those people are. And it just keeps you in a better alignment, because then you're not coming into contact with loads of different energies. Okay, so that's the message for Libra. It's a transformative time that's going to be very worth it, you know. It's going to be very worth it. Okay, Leo. Openness. Be open to accept divine guidance in your relationships. Okay, you're sort of letting things flow a lot better. I'm sensing a really much more flowy type of energy for Leo at the moment. It is the energy of surrender. I've just done Libra's message and surrender was coming up there. But that is a sign. I think you're learning to surrender more. It's bringing you closer to source so that things will be transforming in your relationships, basically. In your life, actually. Not just in relationships. I feel like even your life purpose could be realigning better, where you sort of surrender to something. You surrender it and you say, okay, I give up trying to force something to work or whatever. It's hard. We have to face our demons when we surrender. Now, but you're doing it. You've got here King of Swords. You are making decisions this week. Okay, you're going to feel a strong sense of needing to make a judgment, a decision. You're going to be seeing things clearly. Okay, bit of a cheeky card. they're all naughty. Once I've been using them for a while, I won't keep saying that. Now, King of Swords. So yes, you're reviewing things. You're making decisions. You're seeing things more clearly, what you need to do. You've also got the Judgment card. I didn't even look at that because it's obviously completely different to the normal deck. Okay. You are like making huge decisions and it's bringing you into a better alignment. Spirit's been working behind the scenes with you. Spirit's been trying to push you out of a situation that was just wrong. It was wrongly aligned. It wasn't making you feel good. And Spirit was trying to push you out of it and working behind the scenes because they know there's something better. There's something better for you. You know, there has been a masculine energy around Leo that was trying to keep you stuck. I don't know. It's the Devil card. So it could be a masculine person or it could just be a masculine energy. But it was an energy of being kept stuck. It's in reverse. You're being released. You're being released from a karmic pattern. And you're breaking it and you're moving into the new. And it will mean that you have been facing demons. Because we always purge. Our karma comes up massively when we're trying to make a big change. When we try to make important big changes, the ego will trigger like crazy. All the old karmic stuff will be transmuted into light. It's very intense work. But you're being released. The Devil card is a temporary state where you're controlled or stuck. And that's not going to be the case anymore. You're being liberated, freed. Somebody knows they've messed everything up. Wise advice from Guru then. People and objects block consciousness. You know, it's, you know, obviously you do get some enlightened beings who, you know, and maybe even children, you know, who are very present and very sort of like just, they don't have much ego. But majority of people got a lot of ego. It's the bottom line. And also objects, you know, because objects give rise to our ego, because we get attachments and we get desires and addictions. So sort of Guru is basically saying and reminding you at the moment about the fact that you have to come back to yourself. And this is what I think you're doing. You're reviewing things and you're thinking much more clearly now. You know, and it's like, I get it. I know what I need to do here. This is a brand new beginning for me. I'm not going to allow my desire for something to pull me out of alignment, or I'm not going to allow certain people, you know, to just basically block my consciousness because they're so unconscious. It's a real game changer for you. You know, it's like you're getting really sort of strict, I feel, and saying, right, no, I'm not going to allow anything to pull me out of alignment. Boom. Inner child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun. Okay. It says on there, but stay safe. Oh. So, basically, you're making the right choices. You're moving into a much happier chapter. You're moving into a much better alignment. Your inner child's coming back out to play because you're embracing yourself and you're very open to what spirit is bringing into your life at the moment. And I think what I see for Leo is really you're fundamentally changing something, and it's hard, but it's going to serve you so much better because it's going to bring you into a much more better alignment with your source. Okay, so let's go into Aries. Remarkable. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships. All right, so your relationships are becoming very magical at the moment. It's gorgeous, isn't it? There's a lot of magical stuff going on with lots of different connections at the moment for you. Maybe one in particular. Oh, you see, you've got the Magician card. It's crazy, isn't it? You got the Magician card. You are open to the gifts and power. You have the gifts of the powers of spirit, right? And that's because you're lining up with your source. You're open to what spirit is bringing. You don't have so much ego about things. And you're stepping back and saying, you know what, spirit, you take the reins. I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to chill and let spirit show me what I need to do next. And it's great when you can get to that point. It's taken me nearly 4 years to be able to get to that point because it's not easy, you know, because your ego normally fights things and wants to take control. But you're really, really aligning to the magic in your life, Aries. Something could really transform for you now. 4 of Swords in reversed. Things picking up for you, okay? Things massively picking up. This is the card of retreat and sort of like, it's a bit naughty, the picture. Things slowing down, okay? But it's in reverse. Things picking up for you, okay? Because you're totally giving everything to spirit here. And so there's some magical transformations possible now. But this is all energetically timed. You probably couldn't have done this a couple of years ago, or maybe even 6 months ago. Now, your person is a hermit, right? They're a hermit, a bit like you, really, because I'm getting the Magician card for you, which kind of shows how close you are to spirit rather than the physical beings. And your person the same. They choose to be alone. They choose to be closer to spirit. They may not be making decisions at the moment, but they are definitely raising their level of consciousness. Okay. There's somebody here saying that we need to let each other go. Doesn't have to be the same person. Could be somebody did this. Oh, this is interesting because it could be somebody felt that they had to let you go, but they're realizing they can't. Okay, that's very possible. So, shame is of the ego. Okay, that card's coming through for Aries. That's the wise advice from Guru. Shame is of the ego. So don't be ashamed. You don't have to try and change yourself. You don't have to try to be any different than what you are. You know, because the way you are is the way you are. What you're doing is what you're doing. And you can only be authentic to where you are on your path. So you don't need to try to actually change yourself. It's just, the best advice I can give is it's more to do with slowing down. Because we can't just eradicate our ego, but we can slow it down. And then that does create more space for spirit to do everything. Okay, now your spirit guides are helping you with stargazing, okay? When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely. It will reveal what you need to know about your situation. So stargazing, right? It's the same concept. It's you open up a portal through space. You know, because as you're gazing at the stars, you're slowing everything right down. And that opens a portal for spirit to work through your life. So, there's something here to do with slowing everything down, handing it to spirit. Something magical is happening. Things are going to pick up for you this week. And somebody could be thinking a lot about you and realising they've made a mistake or something like that. Okay. Right, so I just drink a bit more of my rose petal tea. Sagittarius. See what we get for Sag. Cupid. Ah, oh, love is in the air when Cupid is around. Oh, how lovely. Very nice. So that's a very Beltane energy for Sag. Very playful. You've got a brand new opportunity here, and it's something you must have aligned to, because the Ace of Pentacles represents a golden egg, you know, and so it's like, well, you must have found the gold inside yourself for a golden egg to be presented towards you, you know, and this can definitely grow now. This can definitely now grow. Queen of Pentacles, okay. This is a very grounded energy, and you know, it's interesting. It's a very practical energy. Queen of Pentacles is very practical and grounded. It came out in reversed, so I sense spirit basically saying now is more a time for energy. It's a time for allowing this beautiful thing to grow in your life, whatever that may be, and allow it to grow in its own way. Don't try to, you know, get too practical about it, because this is an energy of love here that I'm sensing, or something really beautiful in your life. And you just need to keep the energy alignment right, and the rest will follow. Yeah, the person you've got is the High Priestess here. So they've got an energy where they're really committing to spirit much more. They are understanding the importance of their soul, of their spiritual journey, and that does need to be priority. So there is an alignment here between you and somebody else where you're moving into a deeper spiritual connection. Somebody you've dealt with has been confused. They've been wobbly and stuff like that because the card just sort of it floated around. I know that I messed everything up. Okay. Your message from Guru, this is the card that was at the bottom, so I'm going to go with that one. The storm will always pass, okay? So there may be a storm. You know, you may have been through a storm, one hell of a storm. And now you're realising, oh, thank God for that. It's clearing out. Stargazing. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Staring at the stars, the card just came out previous for Aries. As you gaze at the stars, everything slows down. You open up a portal for spirit to work through you. And that's what this is all about. This is an energy connection that's getting deeper. And you don't have to keep doing practical things to direct it. Stop any of that now. Okay. You've been through a very stormy patch and it's clearing out. You will be glad to know. That's confirmation. Right, we're going to Scorpio. Soul. Your soul is preparing to reconnect. Trust in the process. Scorpio, I see you going through a very deep process of transformation where you are coming out of the false self and going deeper into the true self. You're connecting into your source. This is very big work that you've been doing. Very big. If you have felt stressed, if you have felt exhausted, if you have felt confused, all of those things, I feel it's coming to fruition very soon. Yeah, you've gone through massive struggles in life recently, okay? And but they're all struggles that you could overcome. Even though at the time you may not have felt you could, it was shown in the cards. Spirit knew that you would eventually overcome all of these obstacles, all of these issues that needed to be addressed, right? And now you've got Three of Pentacles energy. You've basically had the knowledge for a while of what you needed to do in order to become more successful, in order to get your life in the right alignment. But you probably weren't able to apply it because there was so much stuff, multiple things you were working on all at the same time, and your energy was purging massively. I feel like there was loads of karma clearing out of Scorpio. And you've had to go through this deep process. Now you've got that, you've had that information for a while, but now you're more in a position to basically put it into place. And you can now start doing all the things that you've had the ability to do, or you've had the knowledge to do for a while, but now you've got the ability to do it. You're getting it's like you're choosing your paths, and now it's a time of action, positive action in the right way towards whatever goals you've got. So you will see this is a time of progress now. Strength, amazing. You're coming into contact with somebody with the Strength card. This means that this person is moving more into mastery. This person may have felt previously quite weak, or they may have felt quite vulnerable. They could have been plagued by demons, but they're moving into their strength. They're moving into their mastery. So you're both making progress. This person's relaxing a bit. There's somebody here saying, we both know I am not the one for you. That could be somebody else. Okay, that could be somebody else. We both know I'm not the one for you. That energy is floating around. It must have been something to do with this time that you've been through that was really a struggle. I feel struggle after struggle that you went through. Spirit, no, your wise message from Guru, my deck. Remember your alignment. Okay, and that's the thing now, that I feel it's all clicking for you, and you do know your alignment, and you're just like, right, this is me, this is how it's happening, let's do it. You're working from your source. You're not getting pulled into the false self. You know, when we're getting pulled into the false self all the time, it's so confusing. I was going through it myself. But you have to go through it to burn it off. Literally, it's the only way you can burn it off is to go through it. And that's what you've done really well with Scorpio. You threw yourself into life and the process. You know, now you're coming out the other side with a much clearer sense of purpose and direction. And it is going to be a time of progress for you now. Have you ever been told that you are wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. So yeah, your spirit guides are supporting you with wisdom. And that's why things are starting to improve for you now. Because now you have the wisdom that you didn't have before, you know. So, like I say, you have to go through these things to come out the other side. So many people are scared, aren't they? I don't think Scorpio is. Scorpio is not one of those signs that is scared. But so many other signs can be scared of this process. You know, and they hold themselves back from it. And the trouble is, they never really can therefore come out the other side. So, let's go into Pisces then. Cherish your relationship. There is quite a cute little energy here for Pisces. A cute little energy of cherishing a relationship. Maybe cherishing lots of your relationships. And cherishing yourself. Because all of your relationships are a mirror to how you feel about yourself. So, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords in reversed. So, King of Swords. Ten of Swords in reversed is sort of like really having to get over a very testing time where you nearly, I want to say you nearly died. You know, it was like, oh my God, this is killing me. You know, Ten of Swords. Normally it's the card where somebody's got a load of swords in their back. But it is a time of tears. It's a time of tears. It's a time of desolation. It's so hard. But it's in reversed. You've got through all that now. You have got through all that now. You know, and you're into this King of Swords energy, which is about you seeing things more clearly, being much more controlled, much more in your mastery, more in mastery of your mind. You're more in mastery of your mind. You're seeing things more clearly. Whereas you might have done things very fast before. You know how to slow things down when you need to. You're not so reactive. You're thinking about something, and the thing you're thinking about, the thing you're planning on, will end up going in your favour. Your person here, 10 of Pentacles reversed. There's somebody here who can be addictive. They can be addictive, and they sort of sometimes get drawn to the wrong people. That could be anyone in your life. Somebody here saying, we both know I'm not the one for you. Okay, so I don't know whether that's the same person or somebody different. So I feel, obviously, for some of you, this could be related to that difficult time that you've just come out of. And I think it's silly because this person, I feel them blocking. I feel them blocking things. And I think it's silly what they're doing. Because 10 of Pentacles is such a good card to get. So this person, I tell you something, this person shouldn't be blocking things with you or whoever, whatever's going on in their life. They shouldn't be blocking things because it's silly. It's so silly. And I think you can see that. You can see that, and you're now able to know how to deal with it a lot better. Now, your spirit guides are directing you. No, not your spirit guides, Guru. Guru is reminding you of the present moment being the most important place to be, because it's only in the present moment we can tap into our source. And this is why you're moving into your mastery, because you figured out, I can't fix this person. I can't change things for them. I can't wake them up, but I can wake myself up to source within me. Spirit can only be found in the present moment. So they don't want you to replay out whatever's gone wrong. They want you to be in the, or that they want this person, but they definitely want you to be in the present moment, seeing things clearly, much more measured, much more in your sort of source. And I feel this is what you're doing. And I feel that's why things are going to start now moving in your favour. It's quite an interesting reading. I think you really cherish somebody that's had issues or been blocked or something. You really cherish them, whatever type of relationship it is. And now you're knowing how to deal with it so much better, right? Music. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music that you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle the memories, and charm the fairies to your door. Perhaps that person hasn't been blocked, but they've had some sort of problems or issues. And you now know how to communicate with them, how to proceed. And there's something to do with music that is around you at the moment. Okay, so really interesting reading there. Getting all sorts of interesting readings today. Okay, so let's go into Cancer. Enlightenment. Oh, that's amazing. With enlightenment, there is no separation, and we recognise that we are one with the divine. That's confirmation that at this time you are moving deeper into your source. And you'll know when you've done it, or when you're doing it. You'll know, because you can just start to sense it happening, and it's an amazing feeling. It's like, I can only liken it to a feeling of a deeper relaxation. It's a very relaxed feeling, and I think that's why they always talk about trust and faith. But it's basically feeling very relaxed in your source, you know. And it's a great it's a great breakthrough here for Cancer to be able to do that. You've got the 5 of Cups here. There may have been a loss that you had to go through. You know, oh God, horrible, really horrible. And it would have brought up a lot of your demons, and you would have had to face a lot of your demons through letting go of this thing or this person. And but the great thing is, when you go through that, is you don't realise it at the time, but you're actually purging it all out. All those demons that are coming up, all of your fears, all of your torment is just your old karmic energy that just needed to be released out of your system. And it's all just being released. I see a huge clearing that's gone on for Cancer. Massive. All of that old karma just being transmuted and making space for more consciousness. And you've got here the Ace of Wands, right? Now, you are on the verge of a very, very good opportunity. Okay, because the Ace of Wands it's an opportunity from Spirit that is brought to you. And it's in reverse, so I feel that this is not, it's probably not quite here yet, but it is very, very close. And it's something that Spirit is bringing you, and you can put it into action. You're so close to it after a time of great hardship and loss and stress. But I feel you've come out the other side. And this is like what I would call a very quiet time for Cancer. To go into your source, to really relax into your source. And you can feel your energy so different, because you've come through the most epic purge of your life. I'm just breathing in a bit of eucalyptus as I do this. Oh, it's so clearing, you know. And this is the thing, we've cleared out so much in this soul family, us Cancerians, okay? And if you just started watching, you know, and you resonate, then you're part of it. And we're on the verge of really, like, Spirit bringing us something that is just fantastic, that we can finally put into action. Now, your person gets quite stuck. They've got the 8 of Swords, okay? So they might still be a bit mentally stuck at the moment, and it's because they feel conflicted. Yeah, and they say, I wish I could take back my words. You know, they're conflicted and they wish they could have done things differently. They've been in conflict with themselves over a lot of things, and they've been keeping themselves stuck. And you were sort of very much affected by that, you know. But I feel you've cleared all that out now. And you're just coming into this very beautiful energy of your own source. And like I said, it's like you're in the womb of the cosmic universe, and you're just breathing it all in, and you're just waiting for the green light from Spirit, you know, and it's gonna come. It's very soon to come. Your Spirit, now this is a message from Guru. Oh, trust, Spirit is doing everything, and that's exactly what I said at the beginning. It's like the energy of trust, you know, because enlightenment, what does that mean? Enlightenment means when you go deep into your source, you're not just a physical person anymore. You are more rooted in your source, in Spirit. And it is a place of trust and faith, and it's just a very relaxed energy. And then you're just flowing from the divine. You're flowing in your alignment, and that's what you're doing, you know. And you've had to go through every bit of like trauma you can imagine, really. So now's the time to rest and relax into your source, while you wait for your you're waiting for the green light from Spirit. They're going to bring you the next thing. Okay, Purity. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answer to your question. So they're keeping you very pure at the moment. They're keeping you in the heart chakra. The heart chakra is your source. Everything that comes up in your mind, your head, is false self, ego. They're keeping you in the heart chakra, in the true self at the moment. Okay. An answer will come of what your next steps are going to be. So it's a very sort of like magical time for you, Cancer. I hope you're enjoying it. If you're finding it scary or you're finding it hard, just, you know, you can book in for me with a reading. Okay. So I'm sending you lots of love. Don't forget you can buy my deck. All right. And it doesn't cost much to send abroad. All right. So I'm quite glad it's small now. Like, it would have been lovely to make a really big deck, but I'm actually quite glad it's small now because obviously it's so affordable to send. So that does help. And at the end of the day, it's not really about... the most important thing is the messages. You know, these are very enlightened messages in this deck, and they will bring you back to your source. And once you're in your source, you will find your life starts to transform in many different ways. So that's what it's really about. But anyway, I'll stop talking now. We've done all the readings. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, thanks for sharing the channel if you think there's anyone that might benefit. And I'm sending you lots of love and peace for your Wednesday and your Thursday.